Alright, today's video is going to be a bit short. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm mostly going to be talking a bit about the Parachain Auctions because we do have a winner now for Polkadot actually since yesterday, so I'm going to be covering that today. I'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about Moonriver because they've got an update as well, which I think is very important for the future of the token, especially the token price for us hodlers as well, right? Because many people have been hodling and have been staking, but we have suffered a major dump which has taken it below the listing price. And then we'll also talk about Basilisk because ironically I've done a video recently where I was saying that they haven't given us any updates since February, and now we finally got an update which I think you're going to be hyped about. There is progress. So let's kick this off first of all with Kusama. So with regards to the auctions on Kusama, we already know that this is the situation right now. Okay, Pichu is running with Mars. Okay, then Kabucha is going to come up, and then Turing Network in a number of days. I believe it's around 10 days now. There is a referral link if you are interested to contribute to Turing Network with a specific referral code which you will only be able to use on the day that the crowdloan goes live. And if you are going to use it, I very much appreciate it. Thank you for that. It will help this channel. And I am going to remind you when it goes live as well, but just in case you want to prepare. Now for the crowdloan rating here, so this is again on parachains.info. I want to make sure I'm giving credit to this website because I am using this because it's quite handy. It looks cool as well. It gives you a lot of analytic information as well about the crowdloans. So yeah, just to talk about the rewards here, the most profitable projects on Kusama in terms of the crowdloans, Moonriver still remains the top. Integrity has moved to the second round, and I know that many people have been flooding Integrity because of their association with KSM Starter, which by the way are looking at rebranding at some point because of the amount of FUD they've been getting from the Polkadot community. So they will no longer be called KSM Starter. Someone who's actually working close with them has told me that information. That's how I actually know. Okay, they are going to be rebranding. So anyway, to get back to this, Integrity is second, and as you can see, they're trading at $1.72 at the moment. They are on MEXC as well. I had a look at that. Yeah, the all-time high is 98, but it's not really 98 because if you look on MEXC and on Gate, it's actually $10 I think was the peak on Gate. So I don't know where they got 98 from. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway, considering the current price, this is actually the reward per KSM because you would have gotten 40 plus tier, and of course you got a lot more than 40 tier. This is like the absolute minimum. So as you can see here, 68.80 cents in US dollars here for each KSM contributed. That's how much you would have actually gotten. Calamari's moved to the third rank here with 59.7, so closely behind it. It's not a huge difference here. Shiden Network fourth, and then Kintsugi is fifth. So it's just interesting to see here how the ranks are changing, but nothing can beat Moonriver, and I'm really curious to see if BitCountry Pioneer is going to be able to beat Moonriver as it stands when the Near token is going to start trading, because it is the very first metaverse platform, 3D metaverse platform on Kusama. It's something that nobody else has built so far. I'm super hyped about it. It is my largest contribution in terms of Kusama. I've never contributed such a large amount to any crowdloan on Kusama, so I'm a bit biased. Okay, I'm gonna agree with that, and I want to thank everyone who has also used my referral link as well. For contributing to BitCountry Pioneer is very much appreciated for that small extra bonus that I got as well on top of my contribution. And I want to say that I think that one is going to be maybe not the first, but definitely in the second. Okay, this is just my personal opinion considering the hype with the metaverse platform, what they're actually trying to do. Every time I'm watching a video on BitCountry and BitCountry Pioneer and what they're trying to develop makes me more bullish because it's just so deep. It's just so expanded. It's not like your typical hype type of game which are trying to convert into a metaverse. This is we're talking about a real metaverse ecosystem here where you can build anything you want within this metaverse. You actually get the tools available for you as a normal person, as a normal user with no experience, to actually develop a metaverse. So it's really cool. And of course, the Near token is going to have a utility within the metaverse. It is going to be the token which requires staking in order to generate the BIT token. And then the BIT token is going to be the token of the metaverse, which you're going to be using to buy tools and to buy blocks and all these sorts of items that you may need in order to develop your metaverse. So you'll need to stake Near to get BIT. Okay, you cannot get BIT unless you stake Near. So that's where the Near utility comes into play there. And that's why I'm super bullish on that. And Ray Lu, who's the CEO of BitCountry, has made it very clear that he does not want to enable token transfers until staking goes live. Okay, so this is important here, until staking goes live, because he wants to get people to actually stake near and generate BIT in order to use the metaverse, in order to build on the metaverse. So yeah, let's just continue on here. I just wanted to get back to this again. Now let's talk about Polkadot. So let's see here. So we've actually had a surprise yesterday. Nodle has actually beaten Equilibrium, and some people may have been annoyed with this, especially if they've contributed to Equilibrium. They are going to get their DOT back, by the way, and Equilibrium are going to take part in the third round of the Polkadot auctions. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of break. I don't think it's going to jump straight in, because they normally take a short break. I don't know if it's going to be a week or 2 weeks, just to make sure all the Parachain winners from the second round actually become Parachains. They upgrade from Parathreads to Parachains. If you don't already know that, that's the process that they have to go through at the end of each batch. Okay, all 6 in this case, because it's not 5, it was 6 in the second round. All 6 are going to be upgrading. So that's going to be interesting to see how things progress then going forward when the third batch begins, because there has been some thought in the Equilibrium community as well with regards to people wanting their DOT back. They're just not happy with the way the bonuses were conducted, because there were a lot of last minute huge bonuses for contributors, whereas those who contributed early didn't get those bonuses, and so they had to contribute again, and some people have been annoyed with that, with the way that was conducted. So I'm curious to see how that's going to be conducted going forward as part of the third batch, and if they're going to be in the top, because as you can see in the ranks here, Light Entry are actually second after Equilibrium in terms of contributions. Followed by Fala Network, Darwinia, Polkadex, Cross Network, and then it gets much lower here, as you can see under Polkadex, even Cross Network with 59,000. Gemini's Network, which I have no idea who they are. I'm going to look into this. Only 10,000 contributions here in DOT. So yeah, this is how it is here. We'll have to see how things play out, and there's always some sort of FUD, there's always some sort of drama in everything in crypto, right? There's nothing that can be 100% clean. There's always going to be some little thing that's going to piss off people, and then all hell breaks loose, and then you see this kind of stuff, right? So yeah, it's expected in crypto, right? We have to accept this. It is what it is. This is how the situation is. Nothing is 100% clean. Nothing's 100% perfect. You're always going to have teams making mistakes because they're hyped up to make sure that they get that win. They're not going to realize they're hurting certain investors, and it is what it is, right? We have to accept it. We just have to hope that they are going to be fixing these sort of mistakes going forward, okay, and thinking more about the community. So yeah, I just wanted to cover this bit of information here. Congratulations to Nodle, by the way. I do hold a little bit of Nodle, but I do hold it on the Solo chain, which is the substrate blockchain, and I am wondering if they're going to be doing some sort of migration over to the Parachain. If you hold any Nodle, if you've been using their mobile app to scan smart devices or IoT devices in general, then you would also have some Nodle on the Solo chain. You can actually transfer it to your personal wallet on the Solo chain. You do have an address there. If you go to Polkadot web wallet and you go to the live networks and the drop down, you're going to see it there. But to move on here and talk about Moonriver, so mystery revealed, the Moonbeam Foundation has officially secured Moonriver's next parachain slot on Kusama Network. So now we can finally confirm that we no longer need. Again, this was known information, okay? Just in case you weren't aware of this, I was aware of it because I contributed to the Moonriver Crowdloans, so I was aware that the 30% that was allocated was the only allocation that you would get for a crowd loan, okay? Because they were not going to conduct a crowd loan again without by distributing a share of those Moonriver tokens. So what they're actually going to do is they're going to be securing the next parachain slot themselves. So this is what they've announced here, using their own Kusama. Okay, so Moonriver has officially secured its next parachain slot on Kusama Network and will continue to be the go-to destination for deploying apps in the Kusama ecosystem for the second year in a row. So of course they're referring to 13th of May when their slot expires. There's going to be a seamless upgrade here, so you can see Moonriver will not be producing blocks on the new parachain until the network has switched over to the new slot. They anticipate no disruptions to the network during the transition period, which again is going to be on the 13th of May, so still some time to go, just over 2 months now. With a self-funded slot acquisition, the Moonbeam Foundation is able to direct existing Moonriver reserves to be used for initiatives that help increase activity and adoption of Moonriver, including grants and developer support. And it is a shame because they've been doing so much and yet the price has taken such a plunge. But in theory, the price should do better as of the 13th of May because they're no longer going to be distributing any more Mover rewards to people who are just going to be dumping, right? Those people that have been shilling were believers have been dumping, and it is the reality, right? How else can you explain that the price has plunged so much down to less than it was trading at, right? Think about this. Many people have likely sold at a loss when they FOMO'd in on that pump to $500. We had that pump twice, to be honest, right? We had it on Kraken. It actually reached $500 on Kraken once, and then it went to 500 once again on both KuCoin and Kraken. So that's how it is, right? It's the FOMO buyers that end up FUDing later on because they're just not happy with how things are. They're selling at a loss, and then they're creating FUD as well, mostly on social media. So it is unfortunate, but it is what it is here. And yeah, I'm happy that the team are doing this, and I think that from the 13th of May we are going to see some kind of stabilization, assuming that the market is not going to crash on us. We are in a bit of a bear market, I think, because we're just fluctuating quite a lot now between 38k and 41k, 42k I should say. You see, like every couple of days it stays around 38k, and then every couple of days we get that pop to 42k, and then we dump right back, as you can see there. So it is hurting Moonriver, because as soon as Moonriver does well and it goes to, like, say $55-60, it then quickly drops to under 50, like we've seen here. When we had just a 1k drop in Bitcoin, Moonriver has been badly affected, as with all the other altcoins. It is what it is. We have to accept it. This is the crypto market. Altcoins will always suffer more, and if there's anything that is not making the community happy, then this is the kind of effect that you have. And next, Basilisk have finally given us an update. As you can see here, the last update we had was on the 13th of May, which I made a joke about in that last video. Yeah, 10th of March was when they updated us. This was yesterday. So gradually, then suddenly, the Basilisk team is happy to announce that all preparations for the LBP, liquidity bootstrapping pool, testnet are ready. The first test run is limited to 50 participants from BSX Discord, and the second test run is free for all. Okay, so the first test run, and some people in my community have actually made it to this, so I am going to get some information from this test run, maybe some screenshots, maybe some information. I'm looking forward to that, to see how it is, how it looks. Now, I didn't personally participate in this test run. I don't have the time to do so, but the people in my community are going to be updating me, and then I'll try to update you on this YouTube channel as soon as I get some information. And then if I can manage to take part in the second test run, I likely will, just to test it out and see how things are. Again, there are going to be rewards for UX survey participations or bug reports, as there normally are with test runs. Okay, I have participated in some test runs in the past for different projects, and I have been rewarded for that, which was pretty cool. Right, so yeah, do participate in the free one if you are able to. If you obviously weren't able to make it into this one, then do participate in that free test run and see if you can get yourself some rewards, of course, right? Especially as you're testing things out, you may be finding some bugs, and just report them to the team. So yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.